In this video, I'm going to show you how to create face number 4 in the Illustrator Simple Faces series. First of all, go to File, New, select Web, Common, title it Face number 4, and put your name on it. Click the Create button. I'm going to select one of these faces and paste it into here so I can look at it while I'm drawing. First, let's select our colors. Go to Window, Swatches, open the side menu, open Swatch Library, and choose Skin Tones. Also, under Swatches, open the side menu, open Swatch Library, Color Books, and choose one that you like. I like True Match. So I'll take True Match and put it in with my other swatches. And I'm going to tear off and close some of the panels that I don't need. So I will choose maybe this skin tone right here. Over here in my swatch and fill area, I'm going to flip this so that the skin tone is the fill, and I'm going to change the stroke to none and then click to bring the fill forward. Select the rounded rectangle tool and click and drag out the size of the face that you want. Grab these little circles in the corner and pull them as far as they'll go towards the center to make a nice oval. Next, I'm going to make the hair. So V on the keyboard is the selection tool, then Control C for copy and Control F to paste on top. I'm going to hold down Shift and Alt and drag the second oval larger, and this will become the hair. Now switch to the rectangle tool, which is M on the keyboard, and drag a rectangle over the shape that you just made. Click V on the keyboard to switch to the selection tool. Hold down Shift and select both of these shapes. Then find Pathfinder, which should be open here in the Properties panel. Down here towards the middle, choose the second button, which is minus front. If Pathfinder is not showing, simply go to Window and choose it from the alphabetical list. Now that I have subtracted that, I'm going to change the hair color. I'm going to go with this nice mahogany color. Now, with the rectangle tool, which is M on the keyboard, I'm going to click and drag a rectangle to be the hair, and I'm going to leave a little bit of the chin showing. And I'll right-click this shape, go to Arrange, and Send to Back. The next thing that I'm going to work on is the ears. So back to the shape tools, I will choose the ellipse tool, which is L on the keyboard, and I will click and drag out a little ear, and I will make it my skin tone color. Then V on the keyboard to switch to the selection tool, hold down Alt, click and drag a copy, and drag it over to where it belongs. The next thing that I'm going to do is add the gleam to the hair. So I will select the ellipse tool, which is L on the keyboard, and hold down Shift to draw out a circle. In my fill and stroke area, I'm going to set the fill to none and click to bring the stroke forward. And choose a color that is slightly lighter or darker than my hair color. Next, I'm going to change the stroke to something like 12. I will get the white arrow, which is the direct selection tool, and draw a box around these bottom points and hit delete. Now I'm going to change these endpoints to rounded endpoints. So I need to open my stroke panel under Window and Stroke and click the side menu to show more options, and I'll choose rounded, and I'll move this little gleam over onto the hair, and now I have a little highlight on the hair. The next thing that I'm going to do is build the glasses. So I think I will make my glasses a nice bright turquoise color, and I need that to be the stroke. And with the ellipse tool, which is L on the keyboard, hold down Shift and click and drag out a circle for the eyeglasses. That looks good, and my stroke size is size 12, and I think that looks like a nice size. Now I'm going to magnify this so I can see a little better what I'm doing. So I'm going to make sure that my eyeglass is selected. Then I'm going to go to Object, Path, and Outline Stroke. Next, I will make the reflection in the glasses. So Rectangle tool, I'll click and drag out a rectangle, change it to white, and use the swapper arrow to make the fill white and set the stroke to none. Now V on the keyboard switches to the selection tool, and I'll hover the cursor on the outside until I get the rotation tool, and then I will move this off into the corner and shrink it if I need to make it fit. Then right click over the object, arrange, and send backward. Great. So now I will select both objects. So click one, hold down Shift, and click the other one. Then hold down Alt on the keyboard to make a copy and move that over. So let me space these out evenly. That looks pretty good right there. Next, I'm going to draw the bridge of the glasses. So I will switch to the rectangle tool and click and drag to draw the bridge, and then select my turquoise color. Now I'm going to group all of those together. So with the selection tool, I will hold down Shift and grab all those pieces, and then right click and group them. So now they're one piece, so I can move them together as a unit. Next, I'm going to make the eyeballs. So back to the shape tools, grab the ellipse tool and click and drag to draw a little oval and change it to black. I am going to, on the keyboard, hold down Control and use the bracket key next to P and hit it until it sends the object to the back. So I'll hold down Alt to drag off a copy. And there we go, there are the eyes. So the next thing that I'm going to work on is the nose. So with the ellipse tool, I'm going to click and drag little teeny tiny circle and go back to my skin tones, and I like to make it just a little bit darker than the skin. And I will click V on the keyboard, hold down Alt, and drag a copy over, and then move those into place. Maybe something like here for now. I might end up moving them in the future. Now I'm going to work on the mouth. So With the ellipse tool, I'm going to hold down Shift and click and drag a circle. And I will go to my color palette and choose a nice color for the lips. For now, I think I'll go with this color right here. Next, I will draw a rectangle over the top of that to cut it in half. V on the keyboard to switch to the Move tool. Hold down Shift to select both, and with Pathfinder, I will choose minus front. Hold down Alt on the keyboard, drag a copy. Keep holding down Alt and drag off another copy of the lips. There we go. Hold down Shift to select both, Pathfinder those together. Hover the cursor on the outside until you get the rotation arrow and flip that right around 90 degrees or 180 degrees. If you hold down Shift, it will constrain it to even increments. Then shrink the lips. Hold down Shift to select both, Pathfinder them together into one object, and make them the size that you need. And I will use the rounded rectangle tool to draw a little part of the mouth in the center there, and I'll make that a slightly darker color. Now let's see, Control 0 to make that fit on the screen. And I think that looks pretty good. The last thing that I'm going to do is make some earrings. So I will switch to the star tool. You can make your earrings any way that you like. And I will click and change the points to, let's try something crazy like 20, and then click OK. And I will use my turquoise color to match the glasses, Move tool, and move that into place. And hold down Alt on the keyboard to make a copy, and I'll move one to this side. And I can draw a box around my whole object and group everything together by right-clicking and selecting Group. So now I have 2 faces made. So you should try different color combinations and different features. You can try different earrings and other sorts of innovations that you have to make at least 4 faces. That's it for this video.